Welcome to the wonderful world of Just Cause 3, where blowing shit up is a regular thing on a daily basis. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this game today. First off, I got it from Gamefly, where I rent most of my games from, and I was actually hoping Battlefront would come to me, but this got shipped instead. So I tried to have as much fun with this as I could. And it didn't... I had fun for a couple days, a couple hours in total, few hours. See, this game, I think it accomplishes in what it is purposed for. And that purpose is just to simply wreak havoc, cause chaos, laugh at like the things that can happen in the middle of your gameplay. And I mean, the game makes you virtually invincible. I mean, let me start by saying, like, you get points in this game for making explosions. It's called chaos points. You get points for just blowing schnitzel up, and you get points if they're at like specified targets and stuff. Okay, so far what I've experienced in this game is you go to like an encampment, some kind of military base or an outpost, or some place with like satellites and fuel canisters, and you just blow all these targets up, and that's how you capture the post. You blow everything up. You blow everything that's anything up, and then it becomes yours. And then you get rebels. You get your homie dog rebels, and they move inside and they take over the place. And you'll also have like things to destroy, like statues of the oppressors. You have to take down like these megaphone speaker type things that are, you know, spewing out a bunch of propaganda against the rebels and stuff like that. So like the game story is based on, you know, but basically an oppressed society, an oppressed civilian population. And then you have this guy, Rico, returning. And before I get too far ahead of myself, let me say I've not played Just Cause 1 or 2. So, story-wise, I can't say I know what's going on. But I know in this game that, you know, this character returns to this place. I think that it was his home, or at least the place he originated from in the game, to some extent. And he realizes there's a big problem going on here, and it's being oppressed, and he has a few friends here, and they start a rebellion. And that's what this game is, you know, that's what the basis is. And it's really fun. Like, the funnest thing to do is actually kind of ignore the missions and just do what you're seeing now, and that's utilizing the tools you're given. Like, you have this grapple thing, sort of. You can grapple to almost any surface in the game as long as it's close enough to you. And mid-grapple, you can parachute, you can wingsuit, you have all these options while you're in the air. Like, the game is very seamless in its transitions in what you can do with your character. Whether it's like grapple to a helicopter, instantly get inside of it, jump out of a helicopter, wingsuit through a cavern, and then parachute down to your location and just then blow a bunch of schnitzel up. Like, the game is very seamless in all these things. Like, there's no little, like, annoying, time-consuming animations you have to sit there and watch or activate. Like, it all just happens on the go. And, like, even one of the loading screen tips say that jump first, think later, because that's really how it is. You have so many options once you're in there, or at any point in the game, at that matter. So, with that said, I do really think the game succeeds in what its general purpose is. But in regards to being attached to characters, in regards to enjoying a story that might be original or captivating, in regards to addictive gameplay, I would not say that this game succeeds too well. And then that's because I'm going to be returning it. And the only reason I haven't returned it yet is because it's Sunday, so the mail doesn't run. But I will be returning it tomorrow in the morning, because it didn't capture my attention for too long. I basically use this game to kill time. You know, if I was bored, I would hop on, you know, just blow some stuff up for maybe an hour or so, do a mission or two, maybe a couple challenges that are in the game world, and then I would get back off without, you know, too strong of an intention or desire to play again or try to get back into the game and actually make progress through the story. No, it's not like that. It's more like a game where you just get on to, I think, to kill time, and it succeeds at that. And I know that's not too good when you're talking about a game, but that's what it does, in my opinion. Others might think differently. Maybe others that have played Just Cause 1 and Just Cause 2 actually find value in the story. Maybe they want to see what's going on, see what happens. Maybe they have maybe they have an attachment to the characters because of the previous games. I can't talk too much for that because I have not played the previous games. But everything else I can talk about. The explosions are beautiful. It's really fun blowing stuff up. They're causing chain explosions, and the game gives you plenty of tools to do that. Talking about that grapple hook kind of thing I was talking about, one thing you can do with that is hook the grapple up to an object, then hook it up to something else, and then you can draw those two objects towards each other, and let's say they're two huge fuel canisters or something, and then they collide and they explode, and so basically you can destroy an entire place without even using guns. It's possible. In fact, certain places you don't even have to go inside to destroy it. And that concept is pretty cool. But also, to talk more about the grapple hook tool, I'm just going to call it that, it's kind of clunky. I think some of the mechanics when it comes to navigating your way around objects like buildings or little barricades or things that you just want to climb on top of, yeah, that's where this game falls really short. There's no really climbing system. You can't sprint, so you're stuck at this very slow pace to jog. And yeah, you would think that grappling around, parachuting, and wingsuiting would make up for this, but there are certain points where you don't want to do that. You just want to run right away to this location, but you're stuck in the slow paced jog. So you're kind of actually narrowed down to using all those tools. Like, it's kind of a must. You either get proficient and good with that, or you're stuck jogging around a lot. And let's say I'm grappling to the edge of a building. That is the only way I can climb to the top of it. I have to grapple to the very edge of the top of it, and then my guy will kind of automatically climb over the edge. But let's say I grapple to the middle of a building, there's no way I can climb from there. There's no way I can use the grapple as a climbing tool. It doesn't work like that. If you grapple to the middle of a building, you have to grapple again and again and again to get to the top of it. That also goes with mountains, and some mountains are shaped in a way that you have to grapple several and dozens of times to get to the top of it, and it's kind of tedious. But moving on to other things. It's a massive game world. You saw the map. There's plenty to do. I can definitely tell there is plenty to do. Like, I ran into this random encounter thing where this civilian was in his front yard and in front of his house, and he asked me to help open his gate to his backyard because his gate was stuck closed for whatever reason. So it was kind of funny. So I took my grapple tool, I hooked it up to the gate, and then I hooked it up to a truck that was on the street, and I made them close in on each other, and it just opened the gate. I don't know, and something about it felt really fun to do. So there's things like that. And also, because this world is so massive and accessible, for example, you can open up your pause menu and go to this thing called Rebel Drop, throw down like a smoke grenade in front of you, and you will bring in a care package that you personally handcrafted with whatever weapons you unlocked and a vehicle you can throw in as well. And this helps you pretty much go about your missions or whatever you're doing in any way you can imagine. So it allows for really creative approaches. And everything I'm talking about, I've tried my best to show examples of in this video, so you guys, understand where I'm coming from. So overall, this game allows for like just a really, really open world, like sandbox kind of gameplay feeling. But when it comes to, enjoying the story and really feeling the desire to make progression, I don't feel that personally. So when it comes down to it, I recommend this game for people that have played the other games and enjoyed them, and I imagine they'll have a better chance in being able to get that desire for completing the story and being attached to characters and all that. And now for people who are new to the series who don't know much about it, you know, definitely give this game a try, at least, because it is very fun to just go around and blow stuff up, if anything. Like, get that experience at least. And then maybe, you know, turn it into whatever place you rented it from. And who knows, maybe if, you know, you liked it, maybe you got into the story yourself, maybe you'll end up buying it. And that's all I have to say about Just Cause 3. And I made this review, well, just cuz. Oscar Q, out.